This video will provide a quick overview of the wiggle test in CAD-ET. When using the wiggle test tool, be sure that you are referring to the appropriate troubleshooting guide documentation. The wiggle test feature is used to aid in troubleshooting intermittent wiring problems. When the wiring to a component is moved or wiggled, CAD-ET can detect if there is an intermittent problem in the wiring by monitoring the status of the components. To access the wiggle test, you will select the Diagnostics menu, then select Diagnostic Tests. The wiggle test will appear under each ECM that supports the feature. To perform this test, the engine cannot be running and all components being checked must be in a steady state. Once you exit this feature, the test will automatically stop. There are two different versions of the wiggle test that are available in CAD-ET. There's the regular wiggle test, which is accessed by selecting the wiggle test at the Diagnostics menu, and the Active Codes wiggle test, which is accessed by selecting the Active Codes wiggle test at the bottom of the screen once the wiggle test has been entered. When the screen first loads, you can select the group of parameters that you would like to monitor. Each of these groups aligns with one of the status screens that is normally displayed in CAD-ET. Once the parameters have been selected, a new screen displaying all the parameters will be loaded. On the screen, each of the parameters will be displaying the current value as read by the ECM. By clicking the Start button at the bottom of the screen, the test is started, and CAD-ET will monitor each of the parameters on the screen for a change of 10%. If the parameter changes by more than 10%, ET will highlight the parameter that changed in red and make an audible noise. To stop the test, you can click the Stop button at the bottom of the screen, or exit the Service Test screen. The second wiggle test that is available is the Active Codes wiggle test. This is accessed by selecting the Active Codes wiggle test button at the bottom of the screen. This test makes it very easy for the fault code to log if a parameter that is being monitored by the ECM goes out of range. If an event comes active while performing the test, or if there are already events active, the user can hide the events from view by selecting the Events and clicking the Hide Events button. Click on the Start button within the Active Codes wiggle test screen to start the test. You will be asked which ECMs you would like to have the test run on. Once you have made your selection, click on OK. When the parameter goes out of range while moving or wiggling the wiring harness, the fault code for that component will be displayed in the Active Wiggle Test screen and an audible noise will be heard. For more information regarding this feature, refer to the Help section of CAD-ET. Thank you for watching.